Good evening, everyone. Speakers Community Toastmasters proudly hosting its 56th meeting today. As all meetings and as all organizations have some rules, so do we. Like, do not cross chat, ensure that your mobile is always on silent so that we do not disturb the meeting. Do not chat while the speaker is speaking because it disturbs them. And let's ensure that we diligently and attentively hench up this meeting. Small is strong. That's how the SA of speakers community today feels. And it's with great pride I'm handing over the stage now to none other than our presiding officer, Ankit. Distinguished Toastmaster Ankit is the stalwart of our club. He makes speakers community go round. I don't think without the gravitational force that is holding us together, named Ankit, speakers community will be existing. Over to the wonderful distinguished Toastmaster, presiding officer, Ankit. Welcome him with a clap. Well, over to you, presiding officer, Ankit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana, for such a wonderful introduction. And just talking about Toastmaster Kalpana first, she is one of our distinguished members because she has not only performed very well in terms of her club duties, but also as an execom and also in terms of contests. She has always represented us, and we are very proud of Toastmaster Kalpana and also being a good mentor to all the mentees that we have in the club. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, for being the Sergeant at Arms today. And dear members, although today we have less crowd, but that doesn't mean that we stop our meetings. And that doesn't mean that we stop our growth in terms of learning. Every day is an opportunity to learn. And I feel that this platform where we come at least once a week and meet each other is a platform where we can share our ideas, we can share our learnings, and we can also grow together. Don't you agree with me?
Yes.
Great. And I'm happy to see all of you today. And I am looking forward to the meeting. Talking about speakers community as a whole, all the Toastmaster Kalpana said that I was the one who had the idea for starting the club. But the club has grown by leaps and bounds because of the members, because of each one of you being part of the club, being part of that learning journey about improving yourself and in turn improving the community as a whole. So thank you for being part of the club and thank you for taking up your journey in terms of Toastmasters. Now, we have a very interesting table topic session today because what better to have a good weekend than do a quick table topics and bring that thinking, bring that on the spot thinking. So for that, we have our very own table topic master who's going to do fun with table topics today. So let me call on stage again our table topic master, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ankit, for a wonderful introduction. I'm really happy. All the efforts have paid off at Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. Today, not only am I the table topic master, but will also be playing the role of TM Audio Toastmaster of the day. Very quickly, I have thought up of the theme, activate those gray cells. Because today we may not be having the normal 3-segment meeting, but still this meeting is no less important. Let's see how we can prep up this meeting. But before I go on to what exactly today's meeting is going to hold for us, let me introduce my left and right arm. First and foremost, time, precious to everyone. And we'll find out how precious it is, especially when we are doing rounds of table topics. Let me introduce my right arm, Toastmaster Raza. Toastmaster Raza, could you just brief us about the time rules or time guidance? Over to you, Toastmaster Raza.
Just to check, am I visible?
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Sure, thanks. So, good evening, all, and welcome Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am timer for the day. As a timer, my duty is to time the prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. Today, it will be only relevant for table topic and evaluation. For table topic, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. For evaluation, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. Speakers must meet the specified time limit to qualify for the award at the end of the meeting. I will display the green screen at the minimum qualifying time, the yellow screen at the midpoint of qualifying time range, and the red screen at the maximum qualifying time till the end of speech. For table topic, there is a grace period of 30 seconds only after the red screen is displayed. I will report the time taken by the speaker when called upon. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raza. That was very well explained. Ah, we shouldn't forget the grammar. Without grammar, what we speak is never going to make sense. So to keep a tab on us, we have none other than our smart, young, dynamic Monica, who enjoys and participates in speeches without blinking an eyelid and comes up with some wonderful ideas. So let's see what or how our grammarian, Monica, is going to hench up this meeting. Over to you, grammarian Monica.
Thank you, Kalpana. It was really wonderful introduction to me. Thank you. Good evening, Toastmaster Day, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. Today I am a grammarian for a day. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to table topic speakers, listening carefully to their language uses. I shall take a note of any misuse of grammar. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day and phrase of the day. The word of day is a hench, meaning strong, fit, and having well-developed muscles, typically used for a man. Sentence: there is nothing funnier than seeing a really hench guy walking a tiny dog. Phrase of the day is fast fashion, meaning an approach to the design, creation, and marketing of clothing fashions that emphasizes making fashion trends quickly and cheaply available to consumers. Sentence: it seems she is on tight budget and can't afford but fast fashion. I will give my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Monica. That was really good. I now hand over the stage to table topic master Kalpana. Over to you, table topic master Kalpana. Wow. Thank you so much, TMOD. Table topics. The minute we think of table topics, Raza, you can share the screen later. I'm going to have a very small game to make this interesting.
Sure.
As we all know, table topics leaves us frozen. We hear the title and we think, oh no, we don't think, we stop thinking. How do we unfreeze this? Yesterday, I was lucky enough to attend a segment or a session by TGIF, that is Thank God It's Friday. And we had Forse Gotuako as a mentor, as the person who gave us certain tips by way of playing certain games with us. Let me bring that to the table here today for my fellow Toastmasters members, my club members. Let me tell you what I'm going to do or what game we are going to play. Are you all game for this game?
Yes.
All right. Okay, here I go. I will be just speaking a word. I'll call out the names of the person and I'll give them a word. As soon as you hear the word, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? Only one word you will be speaking. Am I clear? Let me give you an example.
Yes.
Like if I say water, what comes to my mind? Ocean, river, streams. Got it? So water, but I do have something that will relate me or take me to a description of water. Is that understood? Are we game enough? All right, here I start. Raza, family.
Friends.
All right. Spouse,
Fight.
home.
Safety.
Can you be a bit louder?
Safety.
Epic. Okay. Monica, food.
Food is the organ.
College,
The wall and people. Teacher.
friend,
It's the bonding.
Ankit, Toastmasters,
Family.
Maggie,
Sorry.
Maggie,
Time pass.
ocean,
Vacation.
Amai, car. You're on silent. You're mute. Car,
Yeah. Can you repeat the word? Which one?
car, C-A-R, car.
Car, Germany.
Specs,
Marks and
spectacles.
yeah. Kalpana looks spectacular in the specs.
No, just one word,
Kalpana.
The first word that strikes to you.
Kalpana.
Fashion,
Italy.
fast fashion,
Fast fashion. Yes. Chor Bazaar.
okay. Ankit, desert,
Lost.
sea,
Swim.
sky,
Kalpana.
sky,
Is it style or sky?
sky, S-K-Y.
I heard style. Okay.
Okay,
Sky.
sorry.
Sky is blue.
Monica, traveling,
Fun.
holiday,
Boring time.
yacht, okay, ship,
Ship.
S-H-I-P.
Yeah. Ship. Time change.
Okay. Raza, once again to you, family,
Family. Parents.
okay, mother,
Mother. Caring.
truth,
Truth.
T-R-U-T-H.
Light.
Okay, good. Now let's see. Now we know that the minute we talk of a word, our brain responds. Did it freeze over? No, it did not. Now I'm going to give you the same words. Give me two opposite views about it. Two opposite view. Family, endearing. Oh, sometimes boring. Got it? Children, mischievous. Responsibility. Got it? So you have to think in two opposite directions. Shall I start? Yes. All right. Amma, you go first.
Yeah.
Food.
Wood.
Food. F-O-O-D.
Wood. Responsibility. And nourishment.
Health.
Maintenance. And show off.
Salary.
Bitter loyalty.
Ankit, salary.
Expectations, reality.
Mother.
Caring, demanding.
You really put me off. I too might be too demanding, but good one. Monica, college life.
It's boring and hectic.
Huh?
Boring and hectic.
Okay. Raza,
Yeah.
part-time job.
Food and boss.
All right. Now we come down to how to engage with audience. My last step before we move on to some of the topics that I have selected today. How do we engage an audience? To engage an audience, it is not always necessary to use words, to use stories. We can use expressions. For example, fear. I was scared. Was I scared? But you got it? What was I using? My facial expressions. All right. Supposing if I give you a topic on smile, say this, just say smile. The topic is smile. The smile. Got it? That is how you engage audience. All right. I'm now again coming back. Now you all got 10 seconds, which means you all can say at least 2 sentences, 10 to 15 seconds. No more, no less. Then we move on to the table topics round. All right. Here I go. A window in a wall. Toastmaster Ankit.
Window in a wall. I have to do it in which way?
Yeah, you can do it in a positive view or in a positive plus negative view, but with audience engagement thrown in.
Through expressions.
With expressions.
Window in a wall. A 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 window in a wall.
All right. Now, another one. Follow your dreams. Toastmaster Monica.
Okay. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Hey, do you follow your dreams?
All right. Amay, your child.
What are the words? Only child?
Your child.
Your child. Your child. Your child. Your child. Your child. Oh, your child.
Raza.
Yeah.
Morning walks.
Morning walk. Morning walk. I'm bad at this.
But what we learned today right now is, so you all only just gave me the expression.
One
I'm
thing
just-
morning work you can do, I'm sorry. Like I just came to my mind. Sleeping. Morning walk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
correct,
exactly. So, and at the same time, the second view that he would have given is morning walk, health, wealth. It's going to make me wise. Morning walk. I'm going to miss my bed, my rugs, my AC, my comfort zone. That is how we start expanding a table topic segment or a round or a topic that is given to us. Is it understood?
Yeah.
One last round with you guys telling me at least one sentence, positive and negative with audience engagement. Ankit, the same topic to you, window in a wall. Give me 2 sentences. Audience engagement involved.
Dear members, a wall may appear just a plain wall, but there's always a window in a wall which can give you an opportunity. Dear members, sometimes we get blocked by a wall, but there will be a window through which you can go through. So there is always a window in a wall.
Monica, the same topic. Do you recall the topic I had given you? Just last time? It was college days. Yes, same thing.
Follow your dreams, right?
Follow your dreams. Yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, follow your dreams.
Yeah.
Give me one opposite view, one current view. That is a positive view, one that will lead you to a negative view. You have to show both the faces, make 2 sentences. You have got 10 to 15 seconds. But pronto, speak pronto.
Yeah.
Start.
Hey, do you follow your dreams? It's a good idea to follow your dreams. It will give the more opportunity to you. And it's really positive thinking for you. Yeah. Hey,
All.
do you follow your dream? You don't care about your time. You just learn and you just enjoy your current life. Don't you think about your fun and time? Just enjoy. Just chill. Don't care about dreams.
Sorry. Thank you. Very well done. Do you see? Are your gray cells frozen? No. Learn how to activate them. Raza, it's over to you. Morning walk.
Okay. So ever happened with you guys that when you're sleeping and your friend comes and says, let's go for a morning walk, and you are like, wait, I'm sleeping. Don't disturb me.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Yes, Amai, your child.
Yeah. Dear members, your child. No, I'm talking about your innocent. You are still a child. Be like a child sometimes. It's not always necessary to be matured. So get your inner child out sometimes.
Wonderful. Now, do you realize how easy table topics is? We have to unfreeze our mind, get into the fast fashion of speakers, not fast fashion of clothes. We have to ensure that we stay alert, we have an idea, and we have opposite views, supporting as well as not supporting, followed slowly by a story. But now I am going to ensure or start the actual table topics rounds. I hope all of you are ready with the topic, and I want each one of you to participate and make those who have not attended this segment, this meeting, absolutely jealous. Are you guys ready? Yes, here we go.
Yes.
So here is my very first table topic. And it goes to Amai. Amai,
Yes.
your courageous moment.
Okay. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
I remember as a child, I was fearful and anxious and also shy. So I always used to sleep with my parents, with my brother, when parents were not there. But then sleeping alone was a difficult, was very difficult for me. But then as I grew up, I realized that I was not able to come out of this habit. And then I somehow tried to explain myself that look, this habit is not that good and will not do any good. And if you really want to do anything in life, first of all, it is very important to get out of this kind of fear. And if by any chance you get opportunity to fly abroad, then there could be a time where you have to sleep alone only. So then one night I just shut down all my lights, and then I tried to concentrate within me. There was all those fearful thoughts coming out, and then instead of fighting with those thoughts, I just thought that let them come out, and we will be just calm and composed and see what we are going to experience. Then slowly, nothing was there, neither any kind of like any figure I saw, nor I was able to hear any sounds. And then the thoughts were coming, and finally they vanished. And in the morning I realized that I have won, and then never ever I required any help or any people to sleep. And now I sleep alone in my room. So I think there is some kind of courage involved, and I myself gathered up the courage to do this. And that's all from my side. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Amar. That was really wonderful. That was the most courageous moment. And I think that must have realized, I'm going to tell this in Hindi, dar ke aage jeet hai. We always, there is winning or there is success waiting beyond fear. Monica, what do you love most about yourself? What do you love most about yourself, Monica?
Yeah. Thank you, Kalpana. It's really a good topic to me. There are many things to talk that I love about myself. That if the one thing I would like to share, if any person give a time to you, suppose a person give you time, he will make a call at 7:30 clock. Then I just pick that top. I just stick that time and wait for the call. If that person not call, then I call that person. And the other thing is that in friend circle sometimes we fought, but I have learned in my 7th standard that even you fought, then even you fight, then you have to first take the responsibility to make up it measure. Then that time I do it, and then again we come together even after fight. That one thing I really like about me. And I'm like a fulfilled person and satisfied person in my life, that every, and I find this happiness in small things. So can I enjoy the each and every moment. Even bad things happen, then still I took the positive point from that point. So these are the good points, and I love that all the points about me.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful, because it's not always easy to love yourself. We always wallow in self-doubt. So you are very good. Love yourself extremely well. Now, I am going to give all of you a reminder. Please use the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Before I call out to Raza. Raza, habits die hard. Habits die hard. Toastmaster Raza.
Can you I'm sorry, but can you explain that a bit? Like,
Okay, I'll just change the topic for you.
thanks.
Toastmaster, habits die hard. Okay, if you want an explanation, I'll give it to you. It means it's not very easy to kick off any habits.
Okay.
Good or bad habits for that matter. Any habit, once you have developed a habit, like it's my habit, supposing that to chew my nails. You know, when you were a child, you bite your nails.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to kick off a habit. Correct?
Okay.
So that's what it means. Habits die hard. That means it is very difficult to kill a habit.
Sure. Thanks, Kalpana. So habits die hard. I believe that statement is true as it sounds, as everyone in like their childhood have developed some of these habits. Maybe those might be good, those might be bad, but the one habit which I believe none of us picked up in the childhood is studying. No matter how hard we studied, we never picked up that quality, that habit, or whatever you say, but we never picked up that thing. And I believe that no, it is hard to develop a habit and it is hard to give up a habit, be it any good habit or a bad habit. For example, like I do have a habit of touching my hair like regularly. So that's one of the habit which I'm trying to remove. I have tried everything, but it is very, very hard, very, very difficult for me to remove that or to change that habit to something good. And I believe one of the habit which I am trying to learn is waking up early in the morning, 5 a.m. club. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Wonderful, Raza. So now you know how habits make us and habits forms without us being aware of it. Like you wanting to pet your hair is a subconscious habit. Wonderful. And now, distinguished Toastmaster Ankit. Laziness breeds creativity. Laziness breeds or creates creativity. Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you so much, Tabletop Master, for the wonderful topic. Laziness breeds creativity. What better example to give than our very own god of calculus for all the engineers who are here or those who are not engineers? Still, you all can guess who is the god of calculus. It's none other than Isaac Newton. So, what was Isaac Newton doing when he discovered gravity? He was sitting under a tree. You have always heard of these wonderful scientists who work their day and night in a lab and try to find some innovation, try to find some experimentation through which they can change the world. But here we have our very own person who we have known since our childhood, Isaac Newton. He discovered gravity by sitting under a tree. Doesn't it show that he was a bit lazy? Although he was sitting under a tree enjoying his life, the apple fell on his head, and through that he discovered gravity. That just is an epitome of the quote: "Laziness breeds gravity, breeds creativity." And how I can interpret it in another way is that laziness we can consider as being well rested. If you're well rested, if you do not have a lot of things in your mind, if you're not that pressurized, then you'll be able to think a lot. That's how science has, that's how it's mentioned in science, that if your brain is not worked up, it can think about a lot of different things. And that's what creativity is about, right? About thinking different things than what we are doing currently. And that's why I sometimes adore a lot of marketing people and a lot of brand management people, because they come up with creative ideas and have seen the way they work. They have a very chill kind of a session in which they do not hench that much. It's not that much henching. Apart from the way that we finance people work, we always work in front of the computer or something. But the brand management people are ones who always think and come up with some ideas outside the box. That's what I feel it's more important to be lazy, but through laziness, you can also have very good creativity. Thank you, and over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Ankit. You really brought Isaac Newton in live. Why I thought of this particular topic today, you know, I am an extremely lazy person and I want everything to be done by machine. So I always feel the person who invented machine must have been extremely lazy and must have daydreamt like me, you know, like if I was just having a bath, someone should easily come and, you know, Robert should brush my teeth. Why should I shake my hand or make movements, you know? So that was the reason I have realized that lazy people sometimes makes our lives easier because they themselves are very lazy. All right, Raza, as the timer, I would like you to give me the time of all our speakers today for the table topic rounds.
Yeah. So Amay took 2 minutes 5 seconds, so he's eligible. Monica took 1 minute 40 seconds, so even she is eligible. And Ankit took 2 minutes 15 seconds, so even he is eligible.
He's also eligible. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Ankit, do we have time or shall I hand over the stage to you? It's 4:40.
And we'll not have a table topic polls because it's just 3 of us. So
Yes. Okay. So, all right. Thank you. As a TMOD now, I thank every participant today for having been here and participating. Before I hand over to General Evaluator as to how did we fare today, over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ankit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana, for having such a wonderful session. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Kalpana. I learned a lot of new things today. And thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, for taking the session. As you rightly said, all the members who are present today, let's put it up in the group that we had a wonderful table topic session and let's make everyone jealous what they have missed today. Right? Because
Sure,
that
absolutely.
we had today. So thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, and I'm glad that I was able to attend the session under your table topic master. Thank you so much. Now what I'll do is that as a general evaluator, it's my duty to evaluate the session as a whole, and also it's also my duty to evaluate each and every table topic today. So I'll be evaluating the table topics that were given by Toastmaster Amay, Toastmaster Raza, Toastmaster Monica, and okay, I'll try to evaluate my own table topic too. So I'll not keep a time for table topics because this is a different kind of a table topic. Oh, sorry, I'll not keep my time for evaluation because it's a different kind of an evaluation that I'm doing. So hence, as it's having a lot of all of us here. So let's start with Toastmaster Amay's table topic. Toastmaster Amay, your table topic was wonderful in terms of the structure that you had. One thing that I felt that you could have done better in terms of audience engagement was if you could have had a bit of more of a voice modulation, because I felt that your voice was steady throughout the speech that you're saying. So maybe in terms of audience engagement, as you're very close to the camera, right? So even if a bit of a voice modulation comes into picture, the audience gets more engaged into your speech. That is one area where I felt that you could have done better, but otherwise it was a good speech that you gave. Right? So for the next table topic session, try to have a bit of a voice modulation in terms of if there is something about surprise, just increase your pitch. And if there is something where you're talking about a bit serious topic, you can decrease your pitch. That way it will have that kind of a modulation where people will be more engaged in your speech. Right? Thanks so much. Coming to Monica, love yourself. I really loved the way that you started your speech with your own personal story, and personal stories connect with the audience in a very good way. So thank you for coming up with your personal story, and I could totally relate with the personal story that you had and showed the confidence that you have. Love yourself is such an empowering topic. So thank you, Kalpana, for coming up with the topic, and thank you, Monica, for giving such a good flavor to that topic. You also had hand gestures, although it was so like how my hand gesture is not visible completely, the same was for you. So what you can do is just take the camera a bit down so that your hand gestures also come in, or maybe take it a bit further so you can talk like this. So your hands will come in and it will become more lively. That's what I felt. Although you had the hand gestures, it was not completely visible. So do have, maybe take it a bit behind your camera so that your whole body can come, at least up till your hands it can come. And when you talked about happiness in small things, you had that point, right? Happiness in small things. I felt that you could have given your own story of why you are saying about happiness in small things. Although you said that it's always good to have happiness in small things, I would have loved it if you have said what is that which makes you say this. If you had given your own story, that I always like to have happiness in small things. I had an ice cream, although I couldn't have the whole cake, I had that ice cream and that made me happy. So I'm happy with small things. That would have engaged us more because you had that own personal story. Although you had a personal story at the start, but every point that you make, if you can like make it more credible with your own personal story, that can make it better. Right? So in your table topic, try to incorporate more of personal story. It will make the audience more engaged. So wonderful, Toastmaster Monica, in doing that. Toastmaster Raza, habits die hard. So at the start, I understood that you were not well versed with the topic. So you asked Kalpana about the topic. And but after Kalpana explained you the topic, you were like bang on. You came up with the example of study. And it was a bit hilarious because we could all relate to it, where we do not have the habit of studying. And we could go, like I myself went into my childhood when I used to not study that much, but my mom used to scold me to study. So that kind of an effect came in because you had that example. So very good example that you came up with in terms of habits die hard. So again, the power of having your own personal example. So that's again a point that you came up with. So it's always when you have your table topics, right? First, tell the topic and then have your own personal example. So that will create kind of an effect in your speech. About and then you also give other examples about removing the habit of patting your hair or that way. So that is also good. One thing I felt you could have done better was about the conclusion. So habits die hard, wherein you could have concluded in a better way, saying that although in a good way, that although we have a lot of habits, it's difficult for the habits to die hard, but it's always on us. If we are disciplined, we can make some habits which are not good die. So something like that, which gives the ending to your speech, right? So you have a good opening, you have a good story, and then you have a good ending. So it's like a complete speech. So although people feel a lot that table topics is a bit difficult, but as you practice, right, today as Kalpana rightly made us practice a lot of impromptu skills, right? So the more you practice, it's always a kind of a template, a starting, a story, and an ending. If you're able to master that, then table topics becomes easy. It's not that difficult. So good doing, Raza. And I'm really happy with the way that you attempted this table topic. I look forward to you attempting more table topics as you go ahead in the meetings. Right?
Oh, thanks.
Great. Thanks. And for me, laziness breeds creativity. I feel that that's what came to my mind as I talked about because Newton suddenly came to my mind about laziness breeds creativity. But then when Kalpana told about the machine angle, even I felt that would have also come into picture because I've heard this, like entrepreneurs say that I invented this because I was too lazy to work. So, and I have seen that in my job also, people do a lot of things on Excel in terms of macros and all because they are too lazy to do it one by one. So that kind of an example would have made better, but I think overall the example of Newton connected well with the audience. So that kind of gave a good credibility in terms of the speech. So we had a good table topics. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, for engaging each one of us with your table topics. Not only the table topics as a whole, but also the skills that we learned through your table topic session. And I think Kalpana, this is a very good thing that you did, and I would recommend other clubs to maybe call you and give this kind of a session.
No, actually, this is not my idea. I mentioned the name, right?
Correct.
TGIF had conducted this.
Correct.
And I actually liked it so much. Actually, this is the way I have generally worked towards a table topic whenever I have been preparing for my table topics, but it never occurred to me to give it as a learning session. So when he started off yesterday, I realized it was bang on. It forces you to think. And when we are attending a table topic session, we have to think and we have to think on our feet.
Right.
So fortunately, we had decided on this, and I thought, okay, let me do it for my club, So I did as best as I could,
Thanks for attending that session. I missed it yesterday, but thanks for attending and making us aware about the whole how it starts. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Now, this is with respect to the evaluations. I hope it was useful, and I'm glad that all of you participated in table topics. It's a very important skill to have, not only in Toastmasters, but also in life, about how you can think on the spot and come up with ideas. Now, let's move ahead with the report. I would now like to call our grammarian, Toastmaster Monica, for giving the grammar report.
Okay. Thank you, General Evaluator. It was a pleasure to listening everyone's speech today, and today I have made a note of the excellent grammar uses, such as the sentence use, the let come out the inner child, and sorry. The word of the day and the phrase of the day is used by the Kalpana, and I hope everyone can use it more often in future life and their next speeches also. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica, for giving the grammar report. And thank you for coming up with the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Both these words is something that as in the word of the day and the phrase of the day, is something that I have not used before. Thank you for making me aware about it. The phrase of the day would be a bit difficult to talk in normal sense in terms of our daily usage. So you have to have that kind of a particular usage for fast fashion. But it's a good learning for us in terms of knowing that fast fashion is actually a phrase that we can use. So thanks for making us aware, and that just shows your expertise or your efforts in terms of doing a research that this is the word of the day and this is the phrase of the day that we have come up with. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Monica, for thinking about this particular word of the day and phrase of the day. So great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Raza, so you have already given the timer report. So thank you, Toastmaster Raza, for giving the timer report and being ready with the timing cards. So thank you for doing the report overall. Now I'll come to the table topic master. I have already told about the session today, but I'm really glad because although I said that it will be a 1 hour session, I was not sure about just with table topics with such a few people we could do 1 hour. But Toastmaster Kalpana has really taken it off. With just 5 of us, you have taken a 1 hour session with table topics, and that just speaks volumes about the kind of a trainer you are. So thanks, Toastmaster Kalpana, for taking the session and making us engaged. I'm sure all of us here were engaged by your session, and we learned a lot. I myself learned a bit of an impromptu skills through the session that we had. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, for taking the session as a table topic master. As a sergeant at arms, you did very well. You opened with your charming smile, and then you gave an introduction to the presiding officer, and then the presiding officer took over, and you also talked as a table topic master and a Toastmaster of the day. So you played a double role. So that was another good thing that you did. So thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana, for doing that.
Okay.
With this, we are done with respect to the session in terms of the report. I would now like to just have everyone turn on their cameras. So now I would like to hand over to the presiding officer, that is Toastmaster Ankit, to take the session ahead. So now I would request everyone to turn on their cameras. So Toastmaster Raza, you're not the only one who likes to pat his hair. If you see Amaya, even I like to pat my hair, so it's not a bad habit. Don't worry. so let's take a good photograph. I'll click the photograph. So let's have cheers.
Yes.
Great. I have taken a photograph. Just give me a minute. Wonderful. So we had a beautiful session today, and thank you everyone for being part of the session and taking out time 1 hour for this meeting. Moving ahead, I would request Amay, Kalpana, Raza, and Monica. So also possible gifts. So Monica has been giving speeches, so that's a good track that you are on, Monica. Raza, if you can also start your speech track, would be great to have you also start giving speeches. And moving ahead, once Monica and Raza, you'll complete your level 1, correct? After level 1, you can also start being evaluators. So you can, that's also a good skill to have. Like if you see Kalpana, if you see Amay, they have become good evaluators. So evaluation is also a very good aspect because it makes your analytical quality better, because you analyze the speech and then you give a feedback. At the start, it might seem a bit daunting, but as you go ahead, it's all about practice makes a person perfect. Like Kalpana demonstrated in table topics today. It's the same way with evaluations also. So do give your speeches first, complete your level 1, and then you can go ahead with evaluation also. So you can see another area of Toastmasters wherein you can become better, right? So that's it from my side today. I am happy that we had a good session. For the next session, would request everyone to please take up roles and get in touch with Manas if there are any roles that you would like to take up, and then for the next meeting we'll be done. So with this, let me say that meeting number 6 is done. Thank you. I'll stop the recording.